Autoshop is on the chopping block.
Native Youth Olympics are underway in Anchorage.
And we have some advice for next year's students.
Also on the show, we have weather with FuBao, sports, and calendar.
And one of our very own bios, all coming up right here on JDTV News.
Welcome to JDTV News. I'm your host, Luke.
And I'm your other toast, Olivia.
Don't you mean pretzel?
Pretzel? That doesn't make sense.
It's National Pretzel Day.
Oh, well, I hope we have a salty show. The Autoshop class may be cut from JDHS due to budget cuts. Mr. Squires is the Autoshop class teacher. Two of our very own JDTV News crew members went to town hall meeting where they talked about our school budget this past Wednesday at 5:30, where they discussed funding for schools, including our CTE classes.
These transfers account for $95,402,600 of the FY19 operating budget. During the weekly Finance Committee meetings in April and May, we walked through the components of the budget and explained changes from the prior year.
As a CTE teacher, how do you feel about that?
Well, of course, it makes me sad, especially that the auto program is on the chopping block. I've been teaching the class for 19 years, and we've had a working agreement with the university for about 35 years. So it's kind of sad if it does come to an end. I'm still hoping there's some way we can come to some agreement, but yeah, it's not looking good right now.
We also interviewed some of Squire's students. Here are their takes on it.
Personally, I'm a little upset. Auto is a very big part of our community, especially with snow. People crash and stuff, need car repairs, and people have to be trained to do that kind of stuff. And when you want to go into a program that focuses on being an auto technician or a mechanic or anything that has to do with auto, you have to have at least 1 year of auto in high school. And if we take that away, there's going to be countless jobs in our community and outside of our community that won't be there anymore.
On Wednesday, the Juneau Native Youth Olympic team left for state for the competition in Anchorage. The team is quite excited as they are the first NYO team that represents the city of Juneau in 27 years. Our NYO team has a mixture of 7 high school males and 3 middle school females. Hopefully more people will join the team next year. This year we have around 50 teams from all over the state of Alaska and the Yukon Territory.
Do you need some advice to help you with next year's school? Well, we asked some of our JDHS students for some tips and tricks to make the school year easier.
I just say have fun. It's a pretty long 4 years.
As freshmen, do more things, and as not freshmen, do less things and be better at the things you do.
Get your work done.
Just make the most of it, but don't have too much fun. Be sure to do your schoolwork as well.
Focus on your grades more than anything.
Don't care what people think of you.
Do your homework. That is very important.
Try really hard not to procrastinate.
Do your work.
Be organized.
Don't skip class and do your homework and stuff.
Stay organized, stay on top of everything, do your homework.
Really, being in high school isn't that hard, and it'll be over soon enough.
Now we're going to take a look at sports.
This week has been kind of slow in sports, but girls soccer is in full swing. On April 19th, the girls soccer team beat West Anchorage with a score of 3-0.
On April 21st, West Anchorage got back at us 0-1.
And on Thursday, the 25th, we beat Service 1-0. And on April 21st, Saturday, the JDHS softball team went to Ketchikan and played. Their first games were on Friday, were canceled due to the weather. That is all we have for sports.
Now, onto a salty calendar.
Tonight, April 27th, there are baseball games going on at Adair Kennedy, along with softball games at THMS Field. The baseball games will be at 7 p.m., while the softball games will be at 5 p.m. and 7 p.m.
Tomorrow, April 28th, there are baseball and softball games again at the same fields. The baseball games are at 4 p.m. and 7 p.m., and the softball team has games at 12:30 p.m., 3 p.m., and 5 p.m.
On Sunday, April 30th, the baseball team wraps up a week of games starting at 4 p.m. with another game at 7 p.m.
On Tuesday, May 1st, it's UAS Enrollment Day. There will be UAS advisors here at JDHS from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. in the atrium on the 3rd floor.
On Wednesday, May 2nd, Joe Torilla will be speaking at Centennial Hall for the Pillars of America Speakers Series. The event will take place from 11 a.m. to 1:15 p.m.
Thursday, May 3rd, there's a parent group meeting taking place at JDHS in the upper library from 12 p.m. to 1 p.m.
Wow, that's a lot of stuff going on. That's it for calendar for this week.
Now to see if we'll be having some chili cheese weather. Next up, we go to FuBao, who went outside for the weekend forecast. Take it away, FuBao.
Hello, I'm FuBao. It's time for the river. Friday, partly cloudy, so high around 52 and low of 37. Saturday, partly cloudy, so high around 52 and low of 41. Sunday, likely rain, so high around 49 and low of 38. Well, that is for river. Back to the studio.
Thanks, FuBao. Now come inside and have some warm pretzels.
Now for a doughy twist, we have Olivia's bio.
Better get ready for some warm, dry humor.
Hi, I'm Olivia Moore, and I'm here to tell you about my amazing life. Here at JDHS, I like to challenge myself with the sport of tennis.
Oh, it's the Spanish room. I remember when I went to Spain and got my passport and all our money stolen, so we stayed in a homeless shelter. Well, looky here. I have a brace on my arm. I remember when I broke my first and only bone, which was my wrist, when I was thrown off a horse. Wasn't that fun? And that's all for now. Well, my bio was full of twists and turns, much like a pretzel.
I agree with you. You know what is also full of twists and turns? Our website.
Go visit jdhsvideo.org.
And also, it's your turn to follow us on Twitter.
Thanks for twisting in. Go Bears.